Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is 2 to the power of square root of x plus 2 raised to the power of 2 times square root of x plus 2 to the power of 3 times square root of x. This is equal to 14. So what is the value of x? Now let's provide a solution from here. We have that 2 to the power of 2 times square root of x as well as 2 to the power of 3 times square root of x. This is in the form of a to the power of n times m, which we can express as a to the power of m raised to the power of n. So let's apply this identity here so that we have 2 to the power of square root of x plus 2 to the power of square root of x raised to the power of 2, then plus 2 to the power of square root of x raised to the power of 3. This is equal to 14. Now, since 2 to the power of square root of x is common here, then we can let 2 to the power of square root of x be equal to k. Now let's substitute k in this equation here. We have k plus k to the power of 2 plus k to the power of 3. This is equal to 14. So we have k to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2 plus k. Let's take 14 on the left hand side. This is minus 14. This is equal to 0. So we have k to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2, then plus k, subtract 14, which is subtract 8 minus 4 minus 2. This is equal to 0. And something to note here is that x is an element of real numbers. X is an element of real numbers. Now let's proceed here. So we have k to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2, then plus k, subtract 8, which is 2 to the power of 3. We can express 8 as 2 to the power of 3. Subtract 4, which is 2 to the power of 2. Subtract 2, this is equal to 0. Now, we have k to the power of 3 and 2 to the power of 3 here. So we can express this as k to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 3. Then plus k to the power of 2. Subtract 2 to the power of 2 here. Then plus k minus 2. This is equal to 0. Now, we have that k to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 3. This is actually the difference of two cubes expressed as a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. And we have k squared minus 2 squared. This is the difference of two perfect squares expressed as a squared minus b squared. So a to the power of 3 subtract b to the power of 3. This can be expressed as a subtract b. This is a squared plus a times b, then plus b to the power of 2. So applying this identity, then we have k to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 3. This is the same thing as k subtract 2. Here we have k to the power of 2, then plus 2 times k, which is 2k, then plus 2 squared, which is 4. Let's call this equation 1. Now we have that a squared minus b squared. This is the same thing as a plus b multiplied by a subtract b. So k to the power of 2 subtract 2 to the power of 2. This can be expressed as k plus 2 multiplied by k subtract 2. Let's call this equation 2. Now, let's combine equation 1 and 2 so that we have k minus 2. This is k squared plus 2 times k, which is 2k plus 4. Then we have plus. Now, this is k plus 2 multiplied by k minus 2. This is k minus 2. Then plus k subtract 2, close the parenthesis. This is equal to 0. So we have that k minus 2 is common here, so we can factor out k subtract 2 into the parenthesis. This is k squared plus 2k plus 4, then plus k plus 2, then plus 1. Cross the parentheses, this is equal to 0. Now, we have k, subtract 2, and here we have k squared. We have 2k plus k, this is 3k, then plus, this is 4 plus 2, this is 6 plus 1, this is 7, and this is equal to 0. So now we have got two parts here. The first part is k minus 2, this is equal to 0, and we have k squared plus 3k plus 7, this is equal to 0. So from the first part here, we have that k is equal to 2, and the second part here is a quadratic equation where we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 7. So we can assess the nature of the root of this quadratic equation here by determining the discriminant value, which is actually equal to b squared minus 4 is c. So let's substitute the values of a, b, and c into this formula here, so that you have 3 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 1 times c, which is 7. So this implies we have 3 squared, which is 9, subtract 4 times 7, this is 28. So that now 9 minus 28, this is minus 19, which is less than 0. And this implies that we have two complex roots. We have two complex roots. And this implies that from this quadratic equation, there is no real solution that can be obtained. There is no real solution that can be obtained. So in other words, this quadratic equation here is rejected. This quadratic equation is rejected, given that x here is an element of real numbers. So let's focus on k, which is equal to 2. We have that k is equal to 2. Now, if you recall, we assume that we let 2 to the power of square root of x be equal to k. We have the value of k is equal to 2, so this means we have 2 to the power of square root of x. This is equal to 2. And remember, this is 2 is raised to the power of 1. Given that the bases are common here, that is a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m. Since the bases are common here, exponent n is equal to m. Exponent n is equal to m. So applying this property, then this means that here, now applying this property, then we have that the square root of x is equal to 1. Now to solve for x here, we will square on both sides, so that now x here is equal to 1 squared, which is 1. So the value of x is equal to 1. So the next step is to verify that this value of x here satisfies the equation. So if you recall, we have that 2 to the power of square root of x plus 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by square root of x, then plus 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by square root of x. This is supposed to give us a value of 14. Substituting x, which is equal to 1, so this means we have 2 to the power of square root of 1 plus 2 to the power of 2 times square root of 1, then plus 2 to the power of 3 times square root of 1. This should give us a value of 14. So we have 2 raised to the power square root of 1 is 1. So we have 2 to the power of 1, then plus 2 to the power of square root of 1 is 1 times 2. This is 2. Then plus 2 to the power of 3 times square root of 1 is 1, so it's 3 times 1, which is 3, and this is supposed to give us a value of 14. 2 times 1, 2 raised to the power of 1, this is 2, plus 2 to the power of 2, this is 4, then plus 2 to the power of 3, this is 8, and this is supposed to give us a value of 14. So we have 4 plus 2, this is 6, 6 plus 8, and this should give us a value of 14. So here we have 14 is equal to 14. That is the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this proves that the value of xa, which is equal to 1, satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. Like this video and kindly subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.